2020. And make it yourself a goal that you're willing to commit to. Make it something that you're willing to pick up the phone and go get done, right? Make it to where you're willing to do whatever it humanly possibly takes to get the job done. Because I remember when I first started, I used to be the one there was 15 of us in my mentor's office, and everybody was talking about, going out there, what they're going to do, but then everyone was in the office talking. And I'd go out and do 2,000 car flyers a day, 1,000 at lunch period and 1,000 at the going home time. And I remember, just really realizing that not everybody has the same dreams and goals, but that they did, everyone had the goals, but then the work that they did was down here. The goals were up here and the work was down here. And I could remember sitting in that office making phone calls, right? And the phone calls that I was making were literally, I was getting nowhere. I was making phone calls basically morning, noon, and night. And what my mentor said to me, I was getting zeros. Nobody would show up for the meetings. Nobody would buy the product. Nobody, I just was like very discouraged. And the one thing I want to share with you that my mentor taught me, he said, write this down, everybody. You just need more repetitions. You need repetitions. You need to read the script more. You need to get more people to talk to. You need to do it more and more and more. The more you do it, the easier it's going to become. And it's a simple thing, right? We get that. We all understand that. But what happens is that the repetition becomes discouraging, because when you're working that hard and getting zeros, what happens is it works on your mind. But what you don't realize is, just like that farm pump handle that I keep talking about over the years, sooner or later, water is going to come out if you just keep moving the handle, right? You build pressure in the well. But when you're doing repetitions on the script over and over and over and over, what happens is that you're a little bit better when you've read the script 20 times. You're a little bit better when you've read the script 50 times. You're a little bit better when you've read the script 100 times. You're a little bit better when you've read the script 150 to 200 times. Repetitions. So if it takes you, right, if you only read the script once a day, you're not getting enough reps. So you got to make sure, and this is what it was made very clear to me when I was, new in the business, that it's going to come. The pressure in the well is eventually going to kick in. But what I really got to be is be true to myself and don't lie to myself. Am I getting enough reps every day? Am I doing this enough? Or am I just doing this once a day and that's it and doing something else? You can't expect to get anywhere if you're not doing this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And that's what I was willing to do. For me, the pain of being broke was so great that the work that I had to do was nothing. I mean, I sat there for hours, 6, 7 days a week, for weeks, months, until I got it. It was very discouraging in the beginning. Nobody would listen to me. Nobody wanted what I had to say. I got hung up on all the time. And it was just one of those things where I had to eventually get over that. But as my reps got in to the system, as my reps got in, right? Month 2, month 3 is when it started to flip for me. I started to really get myself in that position to where I started to see people go my way. Not a lot, but some is better than none, right? But I had the same amount of repetitions every day, and I tried to increase every day. So I would, I'd make 50 to 100 phone calls a day. No problem, no question about it. And I did that over and over and over again. I'm not doing this 1 a day stuff or this 5 a day nonsense, right? And some of you guys, you guys are doing 1 every other day. If that's what you want, that's what you got to really understand. Because, you see successful people. We're not successful because we're anything better than you. Matter of fact, some of us are not as smart as you. But what we do have is the drive to do it. And then when we're discouraged, we get back on it again the next day. Because let's face it, guys, we're all going to the same place. We're all going to die. We're all going to die. We're all going to get buried. We're all going. And that sounds crazy, right? That's where we're going. So don't you want to get enough repetitions in and try to live the best quality of life possible before you do die? Don't you want to leave a legacy for your family and your children and your grandchildren, whatever you got going on? If you don't have kids, and sooner or later you will, don't you want to leave a legacy? Or are you going to let society tell you what you can and can't have? Right? We keep all talking about nonsense, like governments and this and that. It's just nonsense. They're not going to do nothing for you. If you do your repetitions and get money in your bank, the money in the bank's going to tell you what you can or can't do. Who cares if 1 year you pay more taxes and 1 year you pay less taxes? The only reason, it just doesn't matter. Make more money. You know what I'm saying? You make $1 million, you got to pay $400,000 in taxes. And if you get some tax write-offs, you'll pay about $200,000. But to have $800,000 left over, you're not doing too bad. You know what I'm saying? So it happens from repetition. It happens from that repetition. Anything you want in life, doing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again is how you succeed. The thing you got to make sure is, are you doing enough on a daily basis to get where you need to go? Some people would do what I did in a day would take them 30 days to do. Some people, what I did in a day, they do it in 2 weeks. Some people, what I would do in a day, they would do it in a week. And some people, what I would do in a day, would do every 3 days. See my point? So you got to really understand what you got going on and where you're going. And that's really, guys, that's the secret of life. You can write a book on that, and then each chapter is about a different subject of life. Right there. So repetitions. If you're mean every day to your spouse, sooner or later, you're going to get something you don't want. If you're nice to your spouse every day, sooner or later, you're going to get what you want. If you know what I'm saying? You could just take that rule with anything in life. Anything. If you go to school and if you don't study every single day, you're going to get an F. If you study like crazy and you put in the actual work, you're going to get an A, B, or C. And it's not rocket science here. So anyways, I wanted to give you that little lesson today. Do your end of the year 2019 forecast. Pay attention to what happened 2018 so you know what you got to celebrate and what you got to fix. Okay? I'm doing this now so you have enough time over the next couple of weeks to get the job done. All right, guys?